Hello! So I decided to pick what I feel are the 10 most anticipated or talked about films that are coming out this year. And I put together some notes even. Look, I wrote. And now I'm going to tell you what I think about each film. Exciting, right? I decided to put these two together because I'm not really that interested in either. I don't think I would go and see either of them. But because they're obviously both video game based, I'm intrigued to see how well they'll do or how good they are, because films based on video games don't do very well or aren't very good. It would be interesting to see if they pave the way for maybe more adaptations, because there's so many good games out there. In a way, I would like there to be a BioShock Infinite film, just because I love the game. On one hand, I wouldn't want them to do it and butcher it, but then on the other hand, I would want them to do it and me to be Elizabeth, because I think I can do it, if I don't swear all the time. Not happy that Will Smith's not in it. He kind of makes that film. Liam Hemsworth is a very different male lead. He's not funny. No offense to him or anything, he may well be funny, I don't know the dude, so I think Will Smith has that kind of natural charm. And I do think the sequel is completely pointless. Although I have to say that the guy who plays the president, best film president that there's ever been. I will not take any disagreement on that, because he is, and you know it. In the last couple of years, actually, I've watched the original two, or the original and the sequel. Didn't get it, didn't think it was funny. So I'm really not bothered about having a reboot. I'm really not bothered that it's all women. Of course, I'm fine with it all being all women. In fact, quite happy, because that's a very rare thing. And basically, the only reason I do want this film to do well is because I don't want people to use this as another reason to bash women for not being funny, not being talented, not being able to carry films the way that I've seen so many people trying to do. And I've seen lots of guys bringing up the fact that these women aren't attractive, which literally has nothing to do with the film or any sort of acting or anything at all. The original guys in Ghostbusters are not attractive. Did you hear any women complaining about that? No, because it doesn't matter. So shut the fuck up. Don't really know much about Doctor Strange, don't really care about Doctor Strange, don't really like Benedict Cumberbatch, won't go to see it. Next. Pointless sequel, although actually it's a prequel, so pointless prequel. Didn't really think anyone liked the first one. I'm confused as to why these things get made. But money, obviously. I'm not really digging the idea that they kind of just rewrote everything and it was a massive cop-out on the shitty story they had previously, because they've just rewritten the whole X-Men universe. Or not even rewritten it yet, have they then, because it hasn't happened yet. I'm not really sold on having the younger versions of them there, but I'm sure I will wait and see until I watch it. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is a load of bullshit. It is just a money-making scheme. They're making 3 films out of this tiny book, but they're somehow pulling a story out of their arse that's going to last 3 films long. What? All 10 of these films that I have picked out are all adaptations, sequels or prequels, or Ghostbusters a reboot. So that still counts as being stupid and unoriginal. So it's just getting on my tits, really. The title is way too long. Why does Batman vs Superman, why can that not suffice? I mean, probably because obviously it has a lot of bullshit happening, because we can't just have one fight. We can't just have that and maybe wait for the next one. No, they have to cram everyone in, which is the same problem the Spider-Man 3 had, and everyone said it was shit because there were too many people in it. I think it's a good idea. But when it comes to Batman, one of my favourite characters of all time, Batfleck, can't really say whether I'm a fan or not yet because I haven't really got a lot to go on. Superman, Henry Cavill, one of the most attractive men I think on the planet. Point is, I hated Man of Steel. In fact, I should probably watch it again because I got so bored that halfway through I actually gave up watching. Lex, lame, shit. Also, like I said earlier, Wonder Woman and Aquaman seem to kind of be shoehorned in there. Doesn't really make an awful lot of sense. Very similar premise, and probably will work out in a similar way that these two fight and then they will unite against another bad guy. I'm assuming it's basically the same thing, which is stupid, because why do we need 2 of these kind of films out like in the same time? I think it's going to have too many characters. I haven't even seen Age of Ultron, but I do know what happens, and I haven't watched it in protest because the whole Hulk and Black Widow thing really pisses me off. Last but not least, Suicide Squad. I'm very worried about how this film is going to pan out. I hate the Joker's costume. I hate Harley's costume. I don't like the fact that she's just slapped in there for seemingly with no origins again. There's a lot of cheesy dialogue. I'm really just not really feeling it. And I really hope it isn't a massive disappointment for me. And I also think it has too many characters again. And they have no origins! Ugh! We've had the Joker before, and I can't tell if it's supposed to be the same one or a different one. Is this completely separate from the original ones? I don't even know if Batman vs Superman is completely separate from the different ones, because no one seems to have made a definitive statement on that. I don't really get how that's all going to pan out. I hope they're not going to disappoint me. They probably will. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you next week, and hopefully you'll enjoy that one too.